The Lost Colony. In the distant future, humanity had ventured far beyond Earth, colonizing distant planets across the galaxy. Among these colonies was Vega Prime, a lush and vibrant world teeming with unique flora and fauna. It was a paradise, a new beginning for those seeking a fresh start. However, the planet was also shrouded in mystery, with ancient ruins and enigmatic energy fields that defied explanation. The year was 3271, and Vega Prime was a world of wonders and dangers. In one of the settlements on Vega Prime, a young woman named Lyra lived a life that was far from ordinary. Lyra had always been different from the others. She possessed a rare ability to communicate with the planet's native plants, sensing their needs and understanding their whispers. Her violet eyes, always sparkling with curiosity, reflected her deep connection to the natural world around her. Her striking blue hair, often tied back in a practical braid, set her apart in more ways than one. Raised by her grandfather Marcus, a retired scientist, Lyra had inherited his insatiable thirst for knowledge and discovery. Lyra's days were filled with the excitement of discovery and the beauty of the world around her. She spent her mornings exploring the dense jungles of Vega Prime, her senses attuned to the subtle changes in the environment. The native plants seemed to come alive in her presence, their colors more vibrant, their movements more animated. Lyra's ability to communicate with the flora was not just a gift. It was a bond that transcended the ordinary. One morning, as the twin suns of Vega Prime began to rise, Lyra set out on her daily expedition. She was determined to map a new section of the jungle, a place rumored to be home to the rarest of the planet's plants. Her heart raced with anticipation as she ventured deeper into the unknown, her senses heightened by the thrill of discovery. The jungle was alive with the sounds of alien creatures and the rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze. Lyra moved with grace and purpose, her eyes scanning the dense foliage for any signs of the rare plants she sought. She had just reached a particularly dense thicket when she felt a sudden surge of energy, a pulse that resonated through her entire being. "What is that?" she murmured to herself, her heart pounding with excitement. Following the energy's pull, Lyra pushed through the thick vegetation, her steps quickening. The pulse grew stronger, guiding her to a clearing in the jungle. There, bathed in the light of the rising suns, stood a towering ancient tree unlike any she had ever seen. Its bark was a deep iridescent blue, and its leaves shimmered with a golden hue. At the base of the tree, nestled among its roots, was a cluster of glowing crystalline flowers. Lyra's breath caught in her throat as she approached the tree. The energy she had felt was emanating from the flowers, their glow pulsating in rhythm with her own heartbeat. She knelt beside them, reaching out to touch their delicate petals. The moment her fingers made contact, a surge of images flooded her mind, visions of ancient civilizations, advanced technology, and a desperate plea for help. What are you?" Lyra whispered, her voice filled with awe and wonder. As if in response, the flowers glowed brighter, their energy intertwining with Lyra's own. She felt a deep connection to the ancient tree and the knowledge it held. She knew that this discovery was far more significant than she had ever imagined. With trembling hands, Lyra carefully collected a sample of the crystalline flowers, knowing that she needed to share her findings with her grandfather. She turned to leave the clearing, her mind racing with questions and possibilities. But as she made her way back through the jungle, Lyra sensed that she was not alone. The hairs on the back of her neck stood on end, and she felt a presence watching her from the shadows. She quickened her pace, her heart pounding in her chest. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the foliage, a tall, imposing man with piercing blue eyes and a scar running down his left cheek. He wore the uniform of a mercenary, and his expression was one of cold calculation. Well, what do we have here?" the man said, his voice smooth and menacing. "A little explorer with a big discovery, it seems." Lyra's heart raced with fear, but she stood her ground. "Who are you? What do you want?" The man smirked, stepping closer. "The name's Rax, and I'm very interested in those flowers you're carrying. Hand them over and no one gets hurt." Lyra tightened her grip on the flowers, her mind racing. She knew that these flowers were too important to fall into the wrong hands. Summoning her courage, she took a step back. "I can't do that," she said firmly. "These flowers belong to Vega Prime, and their secrets must be protected." Rax's smirk faded, replaced by a look of annoyance. "I was hoping you'd say that. Makes things more interesting." Before Lyra could react, Rax lunged at her, his movements swift and precise. She dodged to the side, narrowly avoiding his grasp. She knew she couldn't outrun him, but she had one advantage: her connection to the planet. With a silent plea, Lyra reached out to the jungle, calling for its aid. The plants responded to her call, their vines and branches moving with a life of their own. As Rax closed in, the vegetation around them came alive, ensnaring his limbs and holding him in place. "What the?" Rax struggled against the vines, his anger growing. "Let me go, you little." Lyra didn't wait to hear the rest of his words. She turned and ran, using the jungle's cover to make her escape. She could hear Rax's curses fading into the distance as she made her way back to the settlement. When Lyra finally reached her grandfather's workshop, she was out of breath and trembling. Marcus looked up from his research, his eyes widening in concern. "Lyra, what happened? Are you all right?" She nodded, handing him the sample of crystalline flowers. "I found these in the jungle. They hold a powerful energy and a connection to an ancient civilization. But there's a mercenary named Rax who wants them. We need to protect their secrets." Marcus examined the flowers, his expression one of awe and worry. "These are incredible, Lyra. We must be careful. If these fall into the wrong hands, it could spell disaster." Lyra's heart pounded with the urgency of their situation. She knew that their discovery was just the beginning of a much larger journey, one that would take them far beyond Vega Prime and into the unknown reaches of space. "We need to find out more about the ancient civilization and their connection to these flowers," Lyra said, her determination unwavering. "And we need to stop Rax and his mercenaries from getting their hands on this power." Marcus nodded, his eyes filled with resolve. "Agreed. But we can't do it alone. We'll need help." And so, with their mission clear, Lyra and Marcus set out to gather allies and uncover the secrets of the lost colony. Their journey would take them to the farthest corners of the galaxy, where they would face unimaginable challenges and discover the true power of the ancient civilization. As they prepared for their adventure, Lyra couldn't shake the feeling that their discovery was part of a much larger destiny, one that would shape the future of humanity and the galaxy itself. And with each step they took, they would uncover the mysteries of Vega Prime and the ancient civilization that once called it home. The journey begins. Lyra and Marcus knew that they needed help to decipher the secrets of the ancient civilization and to protect the crystalline flowers from Rax and his mercenaries. They decided to seek out Aiden, a skilled pilot and engineer who had recently arrived on Vega Prime and quickly become a trusted friend. They found Aiden at the settlement's hangar, tinkering with his ship, the Aurora. The sleek vessel was a marvel of modern engineering, equipped with advanced technology and powerful engines. Aiden's expertise in both piloting and mechanics made him an invaluable ally. "Aiden, we need your help," Lyra said, her voice urgent. Aiden looked up, his eyes narrowing with concern. "What's going on, Lyra?" She quickly explained the situation, showing him the crystalline flowers and recounting her encounter with Rax. Aiden listened intently, his expression growing more serious with each word. "This is big," Aiden said, his voice steady. "If these flowers are connected to an ancient civilization and have the power you say they do, we can't let them fall into the wrong hands. I'll help you, but we need to be smart about this." Marcus nodded in agreement. "We need to learn more about the ancient civilization and their technology. There's an old data archive in the ruins that might have the information we need, but it's heavily guarded and filled with traps." Aiden's eyes lit up with excitement. "Sounds like a challenge. Let's gear up and head out." The trio prepared for their journey, gathering supplies and equipment. Aiden checked the Aurora's systems, ensuring that the ship was ready for any situation. Lyra packed her botanical tools and a portable scanner, while Marcus brought along his research notes and a data pad. As they boarded the Aurora, Lyra couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. She knew that their journey would be dangerous, but she also felt a deep sense of purpose. The secrets of the ancient civilization were waiting to be uncovered, and she was determined to find them. The Aurora lifted off from the settlement, soaring through the skies of Vega Prime. As they approached the ancient ruins, the energy readings grew stronger, pulsating with an eerie intensity. The ruins themselves were a marvel of ancient architecture, overgrown with strange bioluminescent plants that seemed to pulse with life. Lyra, Aiden, and Marcus disembarked, feeling a strange mix of awe and apprehension. As they ventured deeper into the ruins, they encountered various alien creatures, some friendly and others hostile. Lyra's ability to communicate with the flora helped them navigate the treacherous terrain, while Aiden's technical skills allowed them to bypass ancient traps and barriers. Their journey brought them to the heart of the ruins, where they discovered a massive, pulsating crystal, the source of the energy fluctuations. The crystal was connected to a complex network of roots and vines, indicating a symbiotic relationship with the planet's ecosystem. "We need to understand this crystal," Lyra said, her voice filled with wonder. "It's the key to everything." Aiden nodded, his analytical mind already working on the puzzle. "I'll set up a scanner. We need to figure out how to stabilize its energy output." As they worked together deciphering the ancient technology and its connection to the planet, they realized that the crystal was not just a source of energy. It was a beacon transmitting signals into deep space. The signals were a call for help, a distress signal from an ancient civilization that had once thrived on Vega Prime. Lyra felt a deep empathy for the lost civilization, sensing their desperation and hope. "We have to respond to this call. We need to help them." Aiden looked at her, admiration in his eyes. "You're right. But we need to be careful. We don't know what we'll find." They continued their work, and as they did, they encountered a holographic interface that revealed the history of the ancient civilization. The people of Vega Prime had been advanced and peaceful, living in harmony with the planet. But a catastrophic event had forced them to activate the beacon, hoping for rescue from the stars. As they pieced together the story, they discovered a hidden chamber beneath the crystal, containing a dormant AI, the guardian of the ancient civilization. The AI, named Vesper, awakened as they approached, its holographic form flickering to life. "Who are you?" Vesper's voice echoed, both curious and cautious. "We are explorers from a distant world," Lyra replied. "We seek to understand and help." Vesper's gaze softened. "You carry the spirit of our people. The crystal is our lifeline, and it needs to be stabilized. But beware, for there are those who seek to exploit its power." Lyra and Aiden exchanged a glance, understanding the gravity of the situation. They needed to protect the crystal and its secrets from falling into the wrong hands. With Vesper's guidance, they worked tirelessly to stabilize the crystal's energy output, using both ancient and modern technology. As they did, they uncovered a hidden message within the beacon's signals, a map leading to a distant star system, the true home of the ancient civilization. "Our people scattered across the stars," Vesper explained. "This map will lead you to them. They need your help." Lyra and Aiden knew that their mission was far from over. They had a new purpose, to find the lost colony and help them rebuild. But first they had to protect Vega Prime and its secrets. As they prepared to leave the ruins, they encountered a group of mercenaries, drawn by the energy readings and the promise of untold power. Led by the ruthless Rax, the mercenaries demanded access to the crystal. "You have no idea what you're dealing with," Lyra warned, standing her ground. Rax sneered. "We know enough. Hand over the crystal, or we will take it by force." Aiden stepped forward, his hand on his blaster. "You'll have to go through us first." A tense standoff ensued, but with Lyra's ability to communicate with the planet's flora, she summoned the bioluminescent plants to create a barrier between them and the mercenaries. Aiden used his engineering skills to rig the ruins with traps, buying them time. As the mercenaries struggled against the traps and barriers, Lyra and Aiden made their escape, returning to the Aurora. They knew that the mercenaries would not give up easily, but they were determined to protect the crystal and its secrets. Back in the settlement, they rallied the villagers, explaining the situation and the importance of the crystal. The villagers, inspired by Lyra and Aiden's bravery, agreed to help defend their home. A fierce battle ensued as the mercenaries launched an attack on the settlement. Lyra and Aiden fought valiantly, using their unique skills and the help of the villagers to repel the invaders. The plants of Vega Prime responded to Lyra's call, creating natural defenses and helping to turn the tide of the battle. In the end, the mercenaries were defeated, and Rax was captured. Lyra and Aiden stood victorious, knowing that they had protected not only the crystal but the future of Vega Prime. With the immediate threat neutralized, Lyra and Aiden turned their attention to the map they had uncovered. It was time to embark on a new journey, to find the lost colony and help them rebuild their civilization. As they prepared the Aurora for the long journey, Lyra felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. She looked at Aiden, her partner and friend, and saw the same determination reflected in his eyes. "We're ready," she said, her voice filled with resolve. Aiden smiled, his hand resting on her shoulder. "Together we can do anything." As the Aurora lifted off from Vega Prime, Lyra and Aiden knew that their adventure was just beginning. They were united by a common purpose, driven by a desire to explore, discover, and help those in need. And so the legend of Lyra and Aiden, the guardians of Vega Prime, began. A story of courage, determination, and the enduring spirit of humanity in the face of the unknown. As they ventured into the depths of space, they carried with them the hope and dreams of a lost civilization, ready to forge a new future among the stars. The call to action. As the Aurora soared through the cosmos, Lyra and Aiden studied the map provided by Vesper. The map was an intricate display of star systems and coordinates, leading them to a distant and uncharted region of the galaxy. Their destination was a star system known as Elysian, rumored to be the true home of the ancient civilization they sought to help. The journey to Elysian was long and fraught with challenges. They navigated through asteroid fields, evaded space pirates, and dealt with the occasional malfunction in the Aurora's systems. Throughout it all, Lyra and Aiden grew closer, their bond strengthening with each passing day. One evening, as they sat in the Aurora's cockpit, Lyra gazed out at the stars, her thoughts drifting to the lost civilization they were trying to find. "Aiden, do you ever wonder what we'll find out there?" she asked, her voice soft. Aiden glanced at her, his expression thoughtful. "Every day. I think about the people who sent that distress signal, about what they went through. I hope we can make a difference." Lyra nodded, her heart filled with determination. "We will. I believe that our discovery on Vega Prime was just the beginning. There's so much more to uncover, and I feel like we're on the brink of something incredible." As they continued their journey, they encountered signs of the ancient civilization, derelict space stations, abandoned colonies, and cryptic messages left behind by the people of Elysian. Each discovery brought them closer to understanding the history and fate of the lost civilization. One particularly intriguing discovery was a massive, derelict spaceship drifting in the void. The ship, known as the Sentinel, was of ancient design and bore the markings of the Elysian people. Lyra and Aiden decided to board the ship, hoping to find clues about their mission. The Sentinel was a labyrinth of corridors and chambers, filled with remnants of the past. As they explored the ship, they encountered holographic recordings of the Elysian people, detailing their history and struggles. The recordings revealed that the Elysians had faced a catastrophic event that forced them to scatter across the stars, activating the beacons in the hopes of finding refuge and allies. Lyra felt a deep connection to the Elysians, their plight resonating with her own sense of purpose. "We have to find them, Aiden. We have to help them rebuild their civilization." Aiden nodded, his expression serious. "We're on the right path. We just need to keep going." Their exploration of the Sentinel led them to a central chamber, where they discovered a massive, dormant AI similar to Vesper. The AI, named Orion, was the guardian of the Sentinel and held valuable information about the Elysian people. "Who are you?" Orion's voice echoed through the chamber, curious and cautious. "We are explorers from a distant world," Lyra replied. "We seek to understand and help the Elysian people." Orion's gaze softened, recognizing their sincerity. "You carry the spirit of our people. I can provide you with the coordinates to Alicia's homeworld, but be warned, there are dangers that lie ahead." With Orion's guidance, Lyra and Aiden set course for the Elysian homeworld, determined to uncover the truth and offer their assistance. The journey was perilous, filled with obstacles and challenges that tested their resolve. As they neared the Elysian star system, they encountered a fleet of hostile ships, mercenaries led by Rax, who had somehow tracked them through the galaxy. The mercenaries were determined to seize the ancient technology and power of the Elysians for themselves. A fierce space battle ensued, with the Aurora maneuvering through the chaos, dodging enemy fire and returning shots with precision. Aiden's piloting skills were put to the test, while Lyra used the Aurora's advanced systems to target and disable the enemy ships. Despite the odds, Lyra and Aiden fought valiantly, their determination unwavering. They managed to outmaneuver the mercenaries and make a daring escape, leaving Rax and his fleet behind. "We can't let them follow us to Elysia," Aiden said, his voice tense. "We need to find a way to stop them." Lyra's mind raced with possibilities. "If we can activate the planet's defenses, we might be able to protect Elysia from the mercenaries." With renewed determination, they pressed on, finally arriving at the Elysian homeworld. The planet was a breathtaking sight, with sprawling cities, lush landscapes, and advanced technology seamlessly integrated into the environment. As they landed on the planet, they were greeted by the Elysian people, tall, graceful beings with an air of wisdom and tranquility. The Elysians welcomed them with open arms, recognizing their efforts to help. Lyra and Aiden explained the situation, sharing their discoveries and the threat posed by the mercenaries. The Elysian leaders, grateful for their assistance, agreed to work together to activate the planet's defenses and protect their home. With the help of Orion and the Elysian people, Lyra and Aiden set to work, using their knowledge and skills to restore the ancient defense systems. It was a race against time, as the mercenaries closed in, determined to claim the planet's secrets. As the defense systems came online, the planet's energy fields activated, creating a powerful barrier that protected Elysia from the incoming threat. The mercenaries, unable to breach the defenses, were forced to retreat, their plans thwarted. With the immediate danger averted, Lyra and Aiden breathed a sigh of relief. They had accomplished their mission, but their journey was far from over. The Elysians, grateful for their help, offered to share their knowledge and technology, forging a new alliance that would benefit both civilizations. As they stood on the surface of Elysia, gazing at the stars, Lyra and Aiden knew that their adventure had only just begun. They had forged a bond with the Elysian people, discovered the secrets of an ancient civilization, and protected a world from those who sought to exploit its power. Together, they would continue to explore the galaxy, uncovering new mysteries and helping those in need. Their journey was a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity and the boundless possibilities of the cosmos. And so the legend of Lyra and Aiden, the guardians of Vega Prime and allies of Elysia, continued, a story of courage, determination, and the unbreakable bond between explorers and the stars. As they ventured into the unknown, they carried with them the hope and dreams of a new era, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.
This has been a Storytime story on YouTube. Thanks for listening.